$5,000 that are those giant, like I can't remember what they're called, but there's something
Savannah serval cat?
Yeah, Savannah serval cat. And
those are awesome.
Huge. They're like, that cat weighs over 50 pounds.
And I bet they taste delicious.
And they're like...
They have a body of a leopard.
Yeah, they have a body of a leopard and a cat face. They're super, super cool, but like... They're massive. Like, people would come over and be like afraid. Like, why do you have a leopard? And you're like,
your cat's gonna eat me, man.
It's like $6,000, and it takes like
the polydactyl cats are awesome. The cats with the thumbs. One of my friends, she got to like babysit her friend's cat, and her cat had a thumb, and I wanted to play thumb war with it.
He's getting mad that we're talking about cats.
I just want to know when I lost control of my show. Yeah, if you're going to have a cat, might as well have a pet raccoon because they're disgusting.
Apologies. Anyways, dogs are way cooler, so let's talk about that.
Yeah. Tell you what, let's take another break because we were late on the other one, so we got to do this one on time. All right, we'll be back after these messages. First hour's in the bag. When we come back, we're going to talk to Huggy Bear about his project, a little more about that, plus current events. Big shootout in France. How did the French do it, man? And how would that, if that would have happened here in the United States, how would we be talking about it differently than over in France? So stick around. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air.
Okay.
I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just an imagination. Day after day, it
Night Talk with Joe Rocks. 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays, is now on Ustream TV. Spreaker for replays and live. On Live 365, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
Is your wife wicked hot? Or is she just cold? Do you just want to take a hot shower? Call Savino Mechanical for all your heating, hot water, and cooling needs. Savino Mechanical has been servicing Greater Boston and Southern New Hampshire for over a quarter century. Quality 24-hour service, reasonable rates, satisfaction guaranteed, licensed and insured. And remember, at Savino Mechanical, we are not comfortable until you are. Call Savino Mechanical today at 1-855-624-4280. That's 1-855-624-4280. Savino Mechanical.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Attention World of Tank gamers. Armed and its affiliated divisions are recruiting entire clans and tankers. Armed, the largest and most progressive gaming community on the World of Tanks gaming platform. Now on 3 servers. To join, visit www.armedtanks.net or #NeedAToaster. Toast that, bitches.
Hi! Now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Hi, Tom here from Spot On with Lino and Tom. Tune in for some topical discussion and laugh therapy with Lino and me. I'll be covering my favorites like weird news of the week and what I'm liking on Netflix, the next best gadget, and whatever else comes to mind.
We both have our own interests. I love recording on the latest movies being filmed here in Boston, checking out new musical talent, and just talking to people.
We'll also be featuring segments such as on-the-spot interviews where Lynn and I venture out and ask questions of our listening public.
That's my favorite part, besides hanging out with my buddy Tom. Now that's the icing on the cake. And cake, I love talking about cake. We love talking about everything. So tune in Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, right here at Armed Radio Global.
Armed Radio Global presents its new 2015 Talk at Night lineup.
Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern, Spot On with Lino and Tom. Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. Mondays and Fridays 10 p.m. Eastern. On Tuesdays, Talk Time with Val 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by High Five at 10 p.m. Eastern with Johnny and Mikey. Wednesdays on the air with Mike Allen 10 p.m. EST, and Thursdays Night Talk with Joe Rocks 10 p.m. Eastern.
Join the talk now on Ustream TV. Replays on Spreaker. Exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
People understand.
Shut up.
Hey,
Jesus.
the nice lady said knew where it was
Welcome
from.
back to the show. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by E24.com. Go to E24.com, get the app downloaded on your Android or iPhone, and you can have food delivered to your house. E24.com, proud sponsor of us here at Armed Radio. Plus, you can call in, be a part of the show. 1-866-225-5401, brought to you by Ring Central. That's the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline. So give us a call or tweet us at Armed Radio 1. Hashtag that bad boy, Armed Radio.
I promise we don't smell like farts all the time.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
I've been with you and your dad when you let go in the cab of the truck once, and I thought I was going to freaking die.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to die.
You done figured wrong,
No,
boy.
there was one. I remember one good Davis fart story. It was me, him, and you remember Tyler Shields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was after he moved to Houston. Right after I graduated, we ended up partying at his house on a Tuesday. We get completely hammered drunk. His dad wakes us up the next day, and he's just like, Michael, you gotta go to school. And me and Tyler get up, and I was like, all right, well, bye, Davis. And he's like, all you assholes, get in the car now. And it was like the trailer.
Yeah,
truck?
working a work van.
Yeah, the work van.
The work van.
And I look at him, and I'm like, dude, I graduated. He's like, I don't care. Get in the truck. And Oogie was like, I don't go to school there. And he was like, I don't care. You boys get your asses in there right now. So we pile into the back, and he closes the thing down. And we start going to school, and it's pitch black. We can't see nothing. And Davis just lets off like a silent one, and it's basically like the Holocaust all over again. Long story short, we show up to school, and I was like, I feel weird. I graduated last year. I don't know what I'm doing here. And then we just sat in Mr. Burns' class and didn't do nothing.
It was pretty
awesome.
solid.
So you just showed up to a school that you already graduated from and just went to class?
Yep.
Sounds like Patrick.
You know what I like about high school girls? I get older, but they stay the same.
See, that's what I'm dealing with here.
It should be, I get older and I still don't sleep with them. That's about right.
All right, in Paris, Charlie Hebdo, which is a parody-type magazine that does political satire and mostly satire directed at certain things. It was drawing cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad, which apparently is a no-no if you're a Muslim.
Don't do it.
And a couple of Muslim extremists took it upon themselves to go into their magazine headquarters and blew a bunch of people away. 12, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, now the gun. Of course, as soon as that happened, Facebook lights up, and I have liked pages, political pages from all over the spectrum. So I know a lot of times people that I debate with will go to my page and say, "Well, you like a lot of pages with the rebel flag." Well, yeah, I eat their lunch too when they're wrong. Or you like a lot of pages that are, if it's a Tea Party page, they go, "Well, you like a lot of those liberal pages." Well, yeah, I do. And I try to hold everybody to task, and I try to get people on the show to talk about it. Near the end of this month, we actually do have a representative who's reached out to me for the Coalition to End Gun Violence, which is according to their Facebook page, states that they want sensible gun laws and that they are not here to take our guns, but there should be some way to restrict the type of guns that are being used, which I'm totally against. Period.
Yeah.
It's taken me a while to amass what I have, and I don't want to give it up just because someone signed a piece of paper. But anyway, the debate was raging, and I want to put it to you guys. The debate was raging all week on, of course, all the talking heads and everything. And Heather, you can weigh in if you want to.
Yeah.
About what if Charlie Hebdo would have happened here in the United States. What would have been different since we have such a society that's open to guns? Well, I would tell you right now, nothing would have been different, because Charlie Hebdo, being a very liberal, slanted paper, would have been a gun-free zone. So nobody would have been carrying any guns, because they wouldn't be able to. So there's that. Now, I don't think that the gunmen would have made it too much farther outside, and that's been proven time and time again when armed citizens, when confronted with armed people, they're going to stand up, at least have a chance. I mean, if I'm going to get gunned down, I might as well have a chance.
Yeah.
You may win, and I might die, but I'd rather die with a gun in my hand than die a helpless victim. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? I personally don't think anything would have changed. I think just as many people would have died because, like I've said before, Charlie Hebdo is being a very liberal establishment, a very liberal paper. Some would even say socialist in the European.
Yeah.
It would have been a gun-free zone anyway, so no one in there would have been armed anyway.
All I really have to say is I figure it's France. They'll throw up the white flag whenever they can.
Well, I mean,
that's all they're going to do. We surrender, and, now we really, really, really surrender, and that's why we've had to come and save them twice now.
Now, the French police did take these guys down.
Yeah, they did.
We'll get to that in a minute.
And even though you have to figure it's, the French police, that's the first time they've ever really had to deal with lots of stuff. It's obviously a police organization that is their job to go and take them down. But if it was a real apparent risk, you have to think about all the time we have a crazy gunman go off here in the U.S. that obviously they're taken down usually immediately, unless they're in some sort of horrible area where that's not going to happen, like a school or somewhere else. But you figure in an area like that, if there wasn't police who were trained since you figured 1945 when France became free again, they would have police that were trained to counteract insurgency. Well,
they did. It took them a couple of days to mobilize. I do know that.
Yeah, and that's a whole deal. When you wait a couple of days to mobilize instead of immediately, that's when you start running into issues.
There was a hostage situation afterwards with a couple of the gunmen. They were finally taken down, but
all I'd say is that a good the article Charlie would be a good representation of America would be like The Onion. So it's satirical. They poke fun at everyone. Mostly conservative points of view, but it is definitely like The Onion in the fact that it's 100% satirical. They poke fun at everybody, so it's just like they know there's like how you said you follow all these different pages. They poke on everybody else just to kind of keep it even.
Yeah, it's a satire news thing.
France definitely has like way more serious and strict gun laws than we have.
Well, they can't have guns.
Obviously, but it's like a good representation would be like in New York or in Chicago, where the gun laws are extremely strict. With Plaxico Burress was carrying a gun shot himself in a bar. The only person, nobody knew he got shot, went to the hospital, got put in federal prison for 2 years. That's carrying a gun in New York. That's almost the same as carrying a gun in France. It's totally against the law. But people in New York have guns, just like people in Chicago have guns. If you can circumvent the systems. Like, criminals are going to steal money from somebody, or if you're going to want to acquire guns, you're going to find a way to get guns. That's like a part of that black market crime scene.
Absolutely.
So I think that even if we had stricter gun laws here in America, like if people want guns, they're